Shadowing is probably one of the most efficient ways for you to improve your pronunciation as well as your English fluency. But if all you do is simply listen and repeat after the speaker, it may not help your fluency as much as you want. So in this video, I'll show you how to shadow in the right way. More importantly, what you need to do after shadowing to turn what you practiced before into something you can actually use while speaking. Before shadowing, you need to find your go-to materials to learn, and it varies depending on different people. It can be videos, movies, or even animation. In my case, I would like to watch videos on YouTube. I think it's my go-to platform. So here we are. Now we're on YouTube. And when you click on videos on YouTube, make sure you watch the video that you particularly enjoy watching. You don't need to watch the same video just like I do. I believe everybody has different interests, so just watch the one you like the most. When you do shadowing, don't choose a video that lasts for 20 minutes long. It's actually way too long for you to shadow all alone. But if you genuinely enjoy watching this video, you can divide this video into several parts. Each part contains like 2 minutes long or even just 1 minute long, and it's going to be easy for you to shadow from the beginning to the end. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things when it comes to being a creator, but I actually learned that it doesn't have to be that hard.
Okay, as you can see, she's speaking really fast. If you find it difficult for you to catch up with her, you can watch other materials you feel comfortable with, but I think it's okay for me, and I'm going to shadow this video. Normally, when I do shadowing, I only focus on what the speaker is talking about for the first time I listen to the material. I don't suggest you guys to shadow right after the speaker is talking. Probably that's what other people suggest you guys to do. No, don't do that, because your brain can be overloaded if you force yourself to do everything all at once. For the first time, we only try to understand the meaning, what she's talking about. The second time we listen to the material, I want you guys to take out some of the chunks and sentence structures that you can imagine yourself using in real life. Now let's listen to the material the second time.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things when it comes to being a creator, but I actually learned that it doesn't have to be that hard. In this video,
now pause the video and you can write down the chunks and sentence structures you get from this video. Tell me, what do you get? Actually, I have learned two different chunks from that video. The first one is one of the most. The second one is when it comes to. Now, before listening to the third time, I want you guys to carry them over to real life. I want you to make sentences by using these chunks deliberately. Let me just give you one example. The first one is one of the most important, right? One of the most efficient ways to improve your spoken English is by speaking as much as you can. Or you can say one of the greatest things that can ever happen to me is to be with my family. The second one is when it comes to, I will say, when it comes to learning English, consistency is much more important than intensity. Or she's way more confident when it comes to public speaking. Now, the third time we listen to the material, I specifically want you to pay close attention to those two different chunks we have practiced before. You don't need to understand what the speaker is talking about. You don't need to take out chunks or expressions on your own this time. All you need to do is to see if you can listen to these two chunks clearly. Now let's listen to it a third time.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things when it comes to being a creator, but I actually learned that it doesn't have to be that hard.
Okay, do you listen to them clearly? If you do, now let's move on to the next part. We're going to mimic the way the speaker is talking. But if you find it difficult for you to do it right away, you can write down the script and understand what it's all about. You can even put it the first step before listening for the first time. It's all up to you. Now it's our turn to do shadowing, but I want to be clear. When we do shadowing, we don't need to shadow a complete sentence all at once. We can cut the sentence into different sections, and every single time we only need to shadow one part. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things. You can practice one more time. Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things. Yeah, you can stop whenever you feel comfortable with this sentence. Still, if you find it really difficult for you to catch up with, you can even cut the part into smaller fragments. So when you're done with the first part, let's move on to the next part.
Things when it comes to being a creator, but
when it comes to being a creator, right? One more time. When it comes to being a creator. So listen to this carefully. Instead of saying when it comes to being a creator, she says when it comes to being a creator. This is exactly what we need to pay close attention to while practicing. Many people told me they want to learn connected speech separately, but I don't think it's necessary because everything is in it. When you do shadowing, all you need to do is to imitate the speaker. And if you can imitate the speaker well, then you will master connected speech and everything pretty well without you even learning proactively. So when you're done shadowing each part, now it's our turn to shadow a complete sentence. We need to listen to the video one more time, and we're going to shadow after the speaker.
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things when it comes to being a creator, but
Editing videos is probably one of the most time-consuming things when it comes to being a creator. So when you are done with the first sentence, you can move on to the next one all the way up until you're done with this video. So this is what I will do when I do shadowing. I will not force myself to shadow for the first time I listen to the material because it's unrealistic for me. I will allow myself to listen to multiple times until I feel comfortable with shadowing on my own. While shadowing, I proactively take out some of the chunks that I can use in my real life. So in that way, I can also improve my fluency in English, but only by watching me shadowing is not going to help your ability. So I highly suggest you guys to do the same thing. Challenge yourself to find the material and start shadowing. You can tell me how do you feel and leave your comments in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to your answers.